Hi, Jim Urban here. Hey, I've been in real estate for 38 years. I've never seen interest rates go up as fast. The speed and the magnitude of the rates has just been incredible. In fact, back in May, early May, we had 3.75% 30-year fixed interest rates on mortgages, and they jumped up to 5.5% through the end of May. And here we are in June, and it went from 5.5% to 6.5% just as of yesterday. So I wanted to give you a different perspective of what's going on because one agent that I talked to recently said she described the interest rates as sickening. So it's interesting to have a perspective like that when you don't understand the full picture. So, first of all, it's really nobody's fault but ours that the interest rates have gone up. And here's why. What's happened is the mortgage rates have gone up because the market became so lopsided with seller values going up so fast that we couldn't even get a buyer hardly into a house where there was so much competition. The market was so lopsided. You all know what I'm talking about because you had friends, maybe yourself, that tried to buy a home over the last 2.5 years, essentially since the beginning of COVID, and it just went crazy. So sellers just kept getting more and more. Every time that they would get bids on their properties, the home values would go higher, and appraisers couldn't even keep up with it. Homes were going up so fast. It's not very healthy to have that kind of a market for too long. We need more balance. And so the feds actually had to rise the interest rates because we couldn't correct it on our own. As much as I would have loved to see the interest rates stay low and us stop that rising value of homes at a too fast of a pace, what happened is the feds raised the rates to balance the market. And so the good news is that if you have a buyer or if you are a buyer and you want to go buy a home, you actually now have a chance to get it for a reasonable price. In fact, over the last 3 years, let's say your home 3 years ago was worth $500,000. And so at the beginning of May, let's say your home was worth 900,000 because it just kept going up so fast that now your home was worth 900,000. Well, let's say since beginning of May, now your home is worth 800,000 because the rates have gone up 3% since the beginning of May. A perspective is if I could go take you back 3 years ago when your home was worth 500,000 and say to you, man, if I could get 800,000 for you for your home, how would you feel about that? You would be so ecstatic. You'd be so excited. You'd be like, oh man, I'd take that price any day of the week, not knowing that you could have had that little window of that $900,000 price. Well, that's exactly the perspective you need to take is you're still going to get more for your house now than you would have 3 years ago. Sure, it's probably come down a little bit because the buyers, quite frankly, can't afford the payments anymore with the interest rates going up as high as they have. So something's got to give, and the only thing you can give right now is price, and that's going to balance the market out a little bit. So if you take that perspective, you're going to have a super time when you need to sell your home and when you want to buy a home, you're going to be able to get that done still. So this is Jim Urban. If you have any comments, I would love to hear your comments about this video. I know it's a tough time for people to see this kind of change happening, but it's all for the good. We basically had done it for ourselves. We did it to ourselves, and we've got to correct this market, and this is some good times ahead, I see. Talk to you later. Have a wonderful day.